Canada. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. A warm evening here on the island nation of Jamaica. And strong wind and potentially some rain in the forecast. It was raining earlier this evening here in Jamaica. And as we look at the bracket, we start things off in the preliminary round. And we are PR5 Pacific, and Waterhouse, the winner, will move on to take on Arellano, where there is some history with Waterhouse taking on Arellano and actually taking down the former champions of this competition. But Pacific, they will have something to say about this as they are in their first ever Concacaf League as we kick off the final ever Concacaf League competition before it is Champions League that is expanded. There will be different ways for teams to qualify into Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. But we're ready to kick off this Concacaf League here in 2022. Of course, Pacific, the first Canadian team not named Forge to play in this competition. Forge has played here in Concacaf League over the last few years. As for Pacific, they actually took down Forge in the Canadian Premier League final by 1-0. That is why they are here, and Forge is not. On the other side, for Waterhouse and Jamaica, they had a little bit more to do to get to this point. They had to go through the CONCACAF League playoff after losing in the CONCACAF Caribbean Club Championship semifinal and then third place game. So that is why they had to beat Bayamon. They beat them 4-0 in that CONCACAF League playoff. That is why they are here. It's the lone representative from Jamaica, and Pacific, the lone representative of Canada. So we are building you up to first kick. Excited to kick off CONCACAF League here in 2022. The teams will take to the field. Pacific and Waterhouse here from Kingston.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for tonight's Scotiabank Concacaf League match, Waterhouse FC and Pacific FC.
Einfach PL wieder.
Building you up to first kick, Waterhouse and Pacific, the curtain raiser here in 2022 Scotiabank Concacaf League. Looking forward to this matchup between the side from Canada and from Jamaica. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We will start with Marcel Gale and Waterhouse. You might remember that name, Marcel Gale. He actually took charge of the Jamaican under-20 side of the most recent CONCACAF Under-20 Championship, but on the field, Ramon Howell, the player to look for. He will be wearing the captain's armband today for this Waterhouse side. And on the bench is Andre Leslie, who of course scored that hat trick in the CONCACAF League playoff. Look at our officiating crew tonight. It's an all Costa Rican crew. Josue Ugalde will be the man in the middle. Kaylor Herrera, an experienced official. He will be the fourth official for this evening's match. As the lights have fully taken effect here in Kingston, Jamaica. Some final words of encouragement from the captain, Jamar Dixon of Pacific. And we'll see both of the captains here come to the center. Right about now, Ramon Howell, who of course will wear that captain's armband, and Jamar Dixon as well, very experienced player in his third season with Pacific. So much anticipation for Pacific, the first Canadian side not named Forge to be in this competition. And as we look at the starting lineup for James Merriman and Pacific, he makes 3 changes from the 3-0 win over Cavalry over the weekend. And a team that has gotten back on track after a bit of a rough patch in the middle of the season, but plenty of goals in this side in Alejandro Diaz and Marco Bustos. So that just about gets us set for first kick here tonight. It's a Waterhouse side that finished in first place in the Jamaican Premier League in the regular season. It's a bit of a different story once they got into the playoffs, however. As for Pacific, they are right in the middle of their season. So form not really an issue for them. Fitness shouldn't be either. Of course, these two teams will reconvene next week. That will be in British Columbia there on Vancouver Island, just outside of Victoria. But here tonight, we are in Kingston, Jamaica, ready to kick off CONCACAF League in 2022, the 6th and final edition of this competition. It is Waterhouse in yellow, it is Pacific in purple, and we are underway as we kick things off from Sabina Park Stadium. Josh Eastern here, glad to be with you, starting this competition here in 2022. And already, physical play in the middle, and it's Pacific who will look to come out on the front foot. Of course, they're the team going through all the travel coming into this first leg as the header comes on, and just over the bar. Almost a dream star for Alejandro Diaz. Diaz, who leads the Golden Boot race in the Canadian Premier League with 11 goals. Marco Bustos with 5 assists as well. There's a look at Marcel Gale. Glad his team could shake free of that early opportunity from Pacific. That's exactly what you'd want if you're the Canadian side coming into this one tonight. Always wanting to be on the front foot. And they'll look to get into the attack once again. This time, though, cleared away from the run of Gianni Dos Santos. Trying to play it infield, and maybe a chance now for Waterhouse to come upfield. Team that had to do a little bit more work than they maybe had hoped. Coming through that flow, CONCACAF Caribbean Club Championship. Losing out to Atletico Vega Real of the Dominican Republic in the 3rd place game. That would have gotten them into this competition without having to go into the CONCACAF League playoff. Atletico Vega Real will play their first leg of the preliminary round later on this week against Municipal of Guatemala. They were able to take down Bayamon, who were the Caribbean Club Shield winners Did it in dramatic fashion as well, aside from Puerto Rico, but not able to get into this year's CONCACAF League. This one will run out of play. That's the first ever matchup between a team from Jamaica and a team from Canada in CONCACAF League. I mentioned the only other team from Canada being Forge. As for Jamaica, they've had a couple of other teams make it out of Jamaica. Arnett Gardens made it once. Portmore United, who is probably the team who has made the most noise for a Jamaican club side in the CONCACAF region. They have been in this competition twice. But for Waterhouse, this is their third appearance. Reached this competition in 2019, actually took out the defending champions in Herediano of Costa Rica in 2019. They did that in penalty kicks. And then in 2020, they lost out to Arkai of Haiti, who went on a magical run to CONCACAF Champions League before they lost out to Cruz Azul. And of course, the next round will be Herediano, who awaits the winner of this two-legged tie here from this preliminary round in the round of 16. Bilwap plays it back. Now it's long over the top. Chested down for Josh Hurd. Hurd plays it down the line for Gianni Dos Santos, who's been popping up now on both sides of the field. Long cross into the back post. And this did take a deflection out of play off the goalkeeper, Kamar Foster. And it will be a corner kick. There's a look at James Merriman, the 37-year-old Canadian head coach. His first season for Pacific after taking over for Pa Moduka, who took his coaching talents to North Texas Soccer Club in MLS Next Pro, the affiliate of FC Dallas. Here's the in-swinger, got that flick at the near post. Aparicio not able to put that on target. Merriman, though, a very experienced coach around these parts with Pacific FC. As you look at the header go out of play, spent the last 3 years as an assistant coach for Pa Moduka and Pacific, and now he's the man in charge. Turned over again. Dos Santos moves it along. Good turn. And now looking to chip this upfield. Chested back. And again, it's Kamar Foster to retrieve it for Waterhouse. They'll clear this all the way downfield, but bouncing out of play. Looking for space on the near side. Coming together, but play continues on. Now they'll look to come through the middle. It's Bustos. Plays it off for Dos Santos, and this is pushed away by Foster. Another good save. This has been a brilliant start tonight for Pacific FC. Those attacking players for Pacific have really been clicking to start. And now it'll be another corner kick, the second one of the match, and it's Marco Bustos again. Bustos with the in-swinger, more depth on this. And it will be a foul. Looks like going against Amer Didic. Waterhouse has played 5 previous matches in Scotiabank Concacaf League. They have yet to win one. 2 losses, 3 draws, but they did win a penalty kick shootout against the Herediano. A game in which was played in a very hostile environment. Came all the way down to goalkeeper penalty kicks back in 2019. But it was Waterhouse to prevail over the defending champions from 2018. All the way back to Callum Irving in goal. Hurd not able to keep that in play. It was shielded out of play by David Edwards. Bilwa again. Is this over his head? Aparicio trying to cut it in field. Able to hold on to possession. Looking for Alejandro Diaz. Still bouncing around. Diaz a little bit of pressure. Forcing another turnover. That pressure from Pacific has given Waterhouse some trouble in the opening 9 minutes. James Merriman has his team prepared for this game. Right out of the gate with some intensity. Played over the top into Dos Santos. Get on the end of it before it's taken away. Waterhouse will try to look upfield. They haven't had much success going forward. Jamar Dixon getting stuck in. It'll be a free kick for Waterhouse just inside midfield. Wilson there to pounce on that loose ball. There may have been a foul also behind the play. This is clipped forward. Didic able to get it away. Coming in, Akambilwa. He's there to defend it, plays it back for Callum Irving, who sweeps it clear. Best chance of the game probably coming for Pacific in the opening minute of play. Alejandro Diaz, his header going just a little bit up over the bar. And now Waterhouse trying to get a foothold in this game. Away goals are in effect for all rounds up until the final, before that will be taken away. So if Pacific can steal a goal here on the road, it could give them a leg up depending on what they can do on the defensive end. This will be a foul. Here's Jaguar going down. Edwards just losing his feet there. Waterhouse coming into this game, they haven't played a game in about 3 weeks. Last game they played was July 3rd, and that was when they lost in the second leg of their semi-final to Harborview, and then they also lost their 3rd place game 4-1 against Cavalier. So it's been a tough stretch of games for Waterhouse in all competitions. 0-3-1 to close out their domestic season beginning of July. As for Pacific, it's been a bit of a different story as of late. To start that CPL season, they won 3 straight, but then they won only 2 of their next 12. But then over these last 4, they are unbeaten in those 4 games, including coming into this game with a 3-game winning streak. And over those 4 games, have scored 13 goals. So they have found some form at the right time coming into this competition, hoping to carry it in to CONCACAF League. At least in these opening 12 minutes, it does look like a team that's playing with some confidence. In the past, this tournament's been a bit more spread out because of this being a World Cup year, and when the World Cup is, this tournament will finish right at the beginning of November. Final previous years have been in December, so it'll be pretty quick as this tournament comes and goes here in 2022. Played in field, nothing doing as Elvis Wilson cleans it up for Waterhouse. Mauricio clean with his touches there in the middle of the field. Bustos up over the top. Dos Santos making the run. Now Bustos, his cross coming in, too tall for Diaz. Hurd was waiting there as well. Waterhouse trying to carry that out, but it was quickly closed down, that space, by Dada Luke. And now the cross comes in. May have taken a bit of a deflection. I think that did go out of play. It will be a corner kick upcoming for Pacific. Another look at it here. Well, rather than a corner, they'll call it for a handball, so it'll be a free kick there on that far side.
Too much.
Bustos and Dos Santos standing around it, and in swinging an out swinging option. It'll be Dos Santos into the back post, too tall for Didic. Looked like he was the tallest player in there, wearing a Pacific shirt, but just a bit too tall for him. I have to say it's Pacific on the front foot to start. Aparicio gonna play it through the lines, and it bounces all the way through for Kamar Foster. He's made 6 CONCACAF appearances in his career, both here in CONCACAF League and in Champions League when he was with Portmore United. Now it's Dos Santos. Dos Santos! An ambitious effort, to say the least. And that well out of play. And this attacking front, you can see how dynamic they are for Pacific. The likes of Dos Santos, Diaz, Bustos, Hurd as well. Aparicio in the midfield. Team that is only in 2nd place in the CPL based on goal difference with Atletico Ottawa. Sliding challenge with Hurd going down, but play continues on. Bradford will switch the point of attack. Now the work on Dada Luke. Good first touch, in on goal, and the shot is just wide. Dada Luke was able to recover just enough to force that shot wide. Denardo Thomas, the 27-year-old, who scored 7 goals in this most recent Jamaican Premier League season, nearly opening his account here in CONCACAF League. player down here for Waterhouse, signaling the stoppage. It is Elvis Wilson, just getting back to his feet. Just shy of 2,000 minutes played in the domestic league season for Waterhouse this past year. This Waterhouse side had a lot of success in their domestic league, finishing in first place in the regular season. 15 wins out of 22 games. 1 point shy of 50, but when it came playoff time, they lost that form. Qualified directly to the semifinals, where of course they lost to Harborview and then lost that third place game as well to Cavalier. Maybe a little bit of redemption in the cards for Waterhouse, trying to prove it to themselves. They can beat quality competition. Pacific, no doubt, a quality side in their first ever Concacaf League. Here's Edwards. Hurd applying some pressure. Not pressure to force the turnover. A little give and go. It's Thomas cutting in field. He keeps the ball moving. Fancy pass to find the shot, and Irving pushes this away. Shaquille Bradford got his laces through it. If not for Irving, it's 1-0 Waterhouse. A brilliant save there from the Pacific goalkeeper. And the second big moment for Waterhouse in the attack, and both of them have come in these last few minutes. Marcel Gale's side has really grown into this game. And now a corner kick in towards the near post. It's saved off the line, and then it's blocked away. A tough angle there. Another flick to the back post. This will go out of play, but it will be another corner kick. Waterhouse really putting the pressure on now. You could hear some of the instructions from the goalkeeper, Callum Irving, saying you gotta win that first ball. Irving was called into action once again. Another in-swinger. This is headed towards goal. And taking no chances, headed out of play again by the captain, Jamar Dixon. Waterhouse has provided some good service on these corner kicks, and they'll get another one here. Bouncing in towards the near post, headed out of play again. And it's another corner kick. How about one more? Going to get it by the first man this time. Here's Edwards. Headed by Bustos and out for a throw-in. It's turned over, and it's Dos Santos. Able to use that pace to find room on the near side. Cross headed away. Dos Santos still buzzing around. Sliding challenge. And Pacific able to win this back. Down to Luke. Go all the way back to Callum Irving. Experienced goalkeeper. In his 3rd season with Pacific. Before that, played for the Ottawa Fury, who played in the United Soccer League. Before that with RGV, who at that time was affiliated with the Houston Dynamo. Came out of the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy. Time on the ball here for Waterhouse as we pass the midway point of this opening 45 minutes. Once we get to halftime, basically done with the first quarter. We break up these 2 legs into 4 segments. Always interesting how you look at a 2-legged tie when you're the home side in leg 1. You almost want to set the tone. You can grab an away goal in that first leg, put so much pressure on the opposition. Pacific will have that chance here tonight. So far, you have to say, though, Waterhouse the closest to finding that opening goal, even though Pacific have had good opportunities as well. It was right out of the gate for Pacific. They wasted no time. Dada Luke pulled down. It's a free kick to Pacific. Bilwa able to get away from pressure. Keep hold of possession. Aparicio gets it out wide for Bustos. Dixon. Here's Hurd. Luke couldn't get on it. Trying to win it back. And now Waterhouse again will look upfield and trying to go quickly. Irving is there to intervene. There's Ramon Howell, just lost his footing. It did rain earlier tonight. I don't know if that has any bearing on what happened there. And here comes Pacific again, and Bustos trying to locate the cross, bouncing around. Foster came well off his line to punch that away. Otherwise, there were 2 options there for Pacific in the area. This will run out of play, but another good opportunity there for Pacific in the build-up. Dixon, switch of play. Throw it over to Akambilwa. Akambilwa now. Here's Didic. Akambilwa once again. He'll shape the cross in. A little bit too close, though, to Foster. There's Hurd with that pressure again. Wins it back high up the field for Pacific. Hurd, his first touch lets him down as this will run out of play. But again, that pressure from Pacific giving Waterhouse plenty of trouble as they look to build out. Taken away again, Aparicio for Bustos. Howell there defensively for Waterhouse. Bustos trying to cut it in field. Again, nothing doing. This game has settled down quite a bit from a pretty frantic start. Always a bit more of a pragmatic approach in these first legs. We'll see if the goals start to flow. They slip through again. Opportunity here for Waterhouse. One-on-one with Irving, and Irving makes the save. DeVroy Gray was in on goal for Waterhouse, and Irving again comes up with a big stop. His third save already. No doubt some warning signs for Pacific. Now if Waterhouse can just put one of these away, give him a little bit of breathing room in this opening leg. George Aguirre. Didic. Played through the lines for Bustos. And now Howell. Here's Wilson and now Edwards. Comes infield again. Kumbil was there. Aparicio. Dada Luke. Dada Luke able to step forward and trying to play it out wide. Not enough on the pass, though, to find Bustos. Good work defensively from Bradford, tracking back, and enough to win a throw-in in the end. Another look at this save. He was kept onside by Dada Luke on that far side, but it was Callum Irving who came up big again for Pacific. DeVroy Gray, gotta put that one away if you're Waterhouse. Touched out wide for Edwards again. Return is over the top. Kumbil stabs it clear. Touched by Howell, but he was able to recover. Calmly plays it back for Kamar Foster. Here's Howell. He's made a couple of appearances for the Reggae Boys, the Jamaican men's national team in this calendar year. His first two caps for the Waterhouse captain. Pressure here on Edwards. Again, Josh Hurd. He may have gotten the last touch on that. I don't Be a throw-in for Waterhouse. Or rather, a free kick. Mauricio buzzing around, trying to win that back. As Waterhouse regained possession. Again, played out to that left side, but flag is up for offside. James Merriman, head man for the Pacific side, said coming in, it's a challenge we're embracing and looking forward to testing ourselves in a different environment. This is something that is new for much of this team and for this organization. First time playing a competitive match against a team from outside of the CPL. And hoping that continues on for more than just these 2 legs. Forge has had success in this competition, able to qualify to Champions League this past year. Before they lost out to Cruz Azul. Got to play a game at the Azteca. That's what these experiences are all about. Pacific just on the beginning of their journey. And as Manuel Aparicio said, the expectation would be to qualify for Champions League. That's the end goal, he said, this team is looking for. No doubt it is in the cards. Remember, just have to be a team in the top 6. So based on your form throughout this competition, the preliminary round not counted. Starts in the round of 16, so it's an even playing field for everybody, but you can lose in the quarterfinal stage. And if you're one of the 2 best quarterfinal losers, you can still move on to Champions League along with all the semifinalists. As the CPL continues to grow, putting teams in Champions League through Concacaf League in 2 straight years. Be a real feather in the cap for that league and for Canadian soccer. Here's Hurd. Cuts it infield again. Quick passing, Aparicio was closed down, and now it's turned over. Waterhouse coming forward, Dada Luke stepped in. Big intervention there. And Pacific can look upfield again. Down the right for Bustos. Diaz calling for it. Bustos coming forward. Clips it up for Dos Santos. Bouncing, it's tipped over the bar. Foster was scrambling, but just got enough on that to prevent a goal. Kind of a weird cross coming in. Bustos did what he could. Dos Santos looked like he slipped, but still enough on it to put it towards goal. I have to say, really good goalkeeping there by Kamar Foster. Again, it's Gianni Dos Santos. 23-year-old Cape Verde international. Waterhouse really caught up in the corner kick department as this one swung in. Good defending at the near post as Waterhouse get this away. Dada Luke steps forward, a little bit of hesitation. His cross blocked down, but he will continue forward for a throw-in. Throw comes in for Diaz again, is back to goal. Dada Luke, time to set up the cross. Here it comes, and nearly into that back post. Foster happy to see that fly by his goal. Irving had to get rid of that one quickly. It wasn't the most convincing clearance. Waterhouse again, looking forward, laying this off. One touch, now the shot. And this is skied over the bar. Javon James. The buildup has been good. But it's just that final product right now, whether it's been the shot out of play or it's been Callum Irving to deny many of these shots coming in from Waterhouse, and now a player down for the home side. Substitutes maybe staying warm in case called upon here. Sam Hilton. It is Bradford who is down, the cooling spray coming out. Play resumes. It'll be a goal kick for Pacific. 5 minutes to go until halftime. I think either manager would be too displeased. Good attacking moments both ways. A few moments, though, where both sides look a bit shaky defensively. The first ever matchup between a Jamaican and a Canadian side in this competition. Forward. Didic was there to get it clear, at least for the moment. Again, they'll move it out to that far side. It's Bradford. Dada Luke stepped in. And it's a handball in the end from Shaquille Bradford. He's making his second Concacaf League appearance tonight. All the way back here to Irving again. That pressure again, giving Pacific some trouble. Irving taking no chances there, just putting it out of play. Diaz got himself in some trouble. He undercut Elvis Wilson, who was down. Now we'll get it restarted. Final stages of this first half. Thomas trying to switch the point of attack here. This is up over the top, and that is brought down with a hand. Gray couldn't quite get away with that one. He may have been offside anyway. Regardless, it'll go back to Pacific. Wasn't gonna get away with that one. And a yellow card will be given as well, a deliberate handball. So Gray is into the book. No hand of God. It's Hurd again. Josh Hurd now looks in fields from Bilwa. Santos lost out. Hurd, not afraid to throw his body around. Energetic presence on that front line for Pacific. Win this argument, it's a throw into Waterhouse. Is there something late in this first half for either side? Well played first half for both, you'd have to say. The third appearance in this competition for Waterhouse. They've never won a game. And for Pacific, this is their first. And it's 1 minute added on at the end of this first half. Santos going down. It's enough contact to earn a free kick. Lee Cockings there, coming from behind, and now Aparicio along with Bustos. Dos Santos all standing around it. And why not send those big center backs forward here? This is all Gianni Dos Santos. He'll play this into space down the right. Bustos tried to cut it back. It was blocked down, but he was in plenty of space initially. And that'll be the last action of this first 45 minutes. The first 45 minutes of this opening CONCACAF League match in the books. Both sides with good opportunities, but nobody's cracked the score sheet as of yet. Through 45 minutes here from Kingston, it's Waterhouse 0 and Pacific 0.
official Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things Concacaf. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your Concacaf experience to the next level. Download now the official Concacaf app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped CONCACAF website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own CONCACAF passport with custom preferences. And share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. CONCACAF offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region. With official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player. Concacaf app. No matter where you are or who you're rooting for, you can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things CONCACAF. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your CONCACAF experience to the next level. Download now the official CONCACAF app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Completely revamped CONCACAF website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own CONCACAF passport with custom preferences. And share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. CONCACAF offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region. With official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
for. You can watch your favorite competitions, teams, and players on the go. Get the latest news on all things CONCACAF. Get access to stats, play-by-play, players' information, schedule, and standings. Get instant notifications and alerts. Discover other fans like you. And show your support in social media with our exclusive camera filters. All of that and much more. Take your CONCACAF experience to the next level. Download now the official CONCACAF app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Completely revamped CONCACAF website. All information in one place with exclusive content. Connect to our match center. Access all the statistics in detail. Polls, quizzes, and live information of all our tournaments. Create your own CONCACAF passport with custom preferences and share region rankings, player rosters, and lots more on social media. CONCACAF offers you the best experience to enjoy soccer in the region with official and first-hand information to follow the action of your favorite team, country, or player.
Getting set for the second 45 minutes of action. Sabina Park Stadium, Kingston, Jamaica. First leg of the preliminary round. The curtain raiser here in Scotiabank Concacaf League in 2022. No score at the break as Waterhouse hosts Pacific. Pretty solid first 45 minutes, the first foray into CONCACAF League and CONCACAF competition for Pacific. Waterhouse a bit more experienced at this level, with this being their third appearance, the most among all Jamaican sides. Now, will it be Waterhouse to carry an advantage going into the second leg? Can they get a goal here at home, or will it be Pacific to grab one of those crucial away goals? Counts as just a little bit more, as it is a tiebreaker used all the way up until the final here in CONCACAF League. There's the whistle, away we go. 45 more minutes from Kingston, Jamaica. No subs for either side, same 11 that started the game to start this second half. Much like the first half, it's Pacific right off the opening kickoff, trying to get something going upfield. And here's Alejandro Diaz for Gianni Dos Santos. Elvis Wilson steps in to clear it away. And Jamar Dixon will go all the way back to Callum Irving. Try to make some big stops in the first half. Same can be said for Kamar Foster on the other side. Dada Luke trying to take that away from Shaquille Bradford, and does. Pacific can hold on to the ball here. Dixon floated forward. The run of Josh Hurd. And that ball did go out of play. It'll be a throw in all the way in that attacking third for Pacific. Tried to take it quickly, but I think the ball was still on the field. James Merriman has to be pretty pleased about that first half. I think both coaches would have to be maybe tighten the screws a little bit defensively. Aside from that, both sides able to create some good opportunities. Each side able to pressure the opposition and forcing some turnovers. You can see Aparicio pointing to his sock that now has a big hole in it. Here's Bustos. Canadian international Bustos. Dadaluk. Here's the square ball. Dixon keeps it moving. Here's Josh Hurd. Bilwa on the overlap. A low cross in. Waterhouse able to defend that pretty easily. Again, it's Hurd. Hurd trying to get to the end line, cuts it across, looking for Diaz. It's stabbed out of play. Malik Cocking's coming over. It's a corner kick for Pacific. Josh Hurd has brought a lot of energy to this Pacific attack. On both sides of the ball, you have to say. Be an in-swinger towards goal. It's punched away by Foster. Bustos trying to get the shot away, and it's over the bar. Bustos has been a big-time player in this attack so far tonight. On his left foot, just leaning back a little bit. That's why that ball sailing over the bar. No touch from Foster either. Again, that pressure pays off, but a little bit too much. It is a foul. The ball was won cleanly, but it's Bradford running right into Aparicio. Here's Bustos. Looking infield, surveying the scene. Now Aparicio. Play to the back post, one touch. And Hurd was offside. He will be stopped. Another look at it. He was trying to come back from an offside position. So one more game to go tonight in CONCACAF League. Preliminary round, it's Aguila against Alajuelense, the 2020 champions. On the road in this preliminary round. Aguila of El Salvador, Alajuelense of Costa Rica. Lofted over the top. Diaz running under it. Wilson was also there defensively. Now he's trying to dribble out of trouble. That pass off the mark. Now it's Dos Santos. Diaz right at Foster. Dos Santos thought he was going to be slipped in behind. Diaz, who spent much of his youth career with Club America. As this ball trickles out of play, a giveaway, it's going to be a corner kick. Some time on loan, though, for Diaz at Necaxa Atlas Zacatepec. All in Mexico and already in his third season with Pacific. 26-year-old. But it's Bustos who stands over the corner kick. He's headed away from the near post. Still possession time here for Pacific. Mukambilwa up over the top. Headed down, this play still onside, and it's saved away again. Foster dives to his left. It's another corner kick for Pacific as they continue to knock on the door. Really heads up play. Jaguar gonna play this in short now. Bustos to the back post. Batted away, and then he catches it. It was a cell pass, and now he tries to distribute quickly. Appeal for handball, but Dada Luke will just continue on. The advantage being played. Dada Luke not able to keep it, but he was fouled. Only Dada Luke on the outside backs tonight for Pacific. There's his initials and his number on his headband. Play down the line, Dada Luke again on the turn. This ball is kept in play, and it's Aparicio. Time to set his feet and get the cross away. Heard. Trying to bring the header back centrally. And Waterhouse get it out clear. And collected in the middle. Jaguar, they're partnering with Didic in central defense. Sprayed out wide, it's Dos Santos. Bustos. This has been a bright start to this second half for Pacific. They win a throw in here. Waterhouse is all out of sorts right now, but they've done just enough to keep Pacific off the score sheet for now. All the way to the back post, and just enough of an intervention to get this clear. Edwards got his foot on it. Kumbilwa now battling on the far side and comes away with it. He was deemed to have committed the foul. Yeah, just pulling the leg. That'll be enough to draw a whistle. Floating this forward. Bilwa able to get this away. Still a chance in. James lays it off. It's Ramon Howell. One bounce and into the arms of Callum Irving. And Irving distributes long downfield, but will connect with Gianni Dos Santos. Cut back for Bustos. Back for Dos Santos. Clips it in. Foster able to punch it away. Right into the middle, though. And Hurd just over pursued it a bit too much. Back and forth in this second half. These opening 10 minutes. Plenty to sink your teeth into. Here's Bustos. As one Canadian team tries to start their journey to Concacaf Champions League in Pacific. It's also a big night in Canadian soccer. The Canadian Championship final is tonight. Vancouver and Toronto. Two MLS sides going at it. Shaquille Bradford is down here for Waterhouse. It's floated forward. Chance here for Devroy Gray. Dancing on the ball. Cross is taken by Irving. There was a foul behind the play. Bilwa was brought down. Trying to give and go there with Bustos. Quick passing continues. James was in an offside position. Couldn't play that ball. The long ball has mostly worked tonight for Pacific. Didn't quite come off there. Space in the middle. Here comes Waterhouse. The shot is bouncing wide. Irving able to watch that go out of play.
Settle. Diaz with Diaz.
There's a little bit of experience for this Pacific side in these CONCACAF competitions. The likes of Marco Bustos, who was on the Vancouver Whitecaps side in the 2015-2016 edition of CONCACAF Champions League, saying you have to be ready for anything. A little bit out of the comfort zone of some of these teams going to new places for the first time. For a few of these players, it's not really a new place. Bustos and Aparicio, along with Jordan Haynes, who's not in the 18 tonight. We're actually on the Canadian under-20 side of the CONCACAF under-20 championship back in 2015. That took place here in Jamaica. And as for Alejandro Diaz, he was on the Mexican side that year that won the CONCACAF under-20 championship here in Jamaica. So some fond memories for a few of these players. Here's Dos Santos, deflected shot, and is pushed over the bar. That ball was knuckling towards goal. Foster just had to get something on it to keep it out of his net. He's actually now the one tangled up in the net. A couple of deflections taking that towards goal. Again, Dos Santos continues to be a troublesome player for Waterhouse to mark. Foster taking a moment to get back to his feet. Marcel Gale, hoping he doesn't have to go to his bench. The backup keeper, which is Michael Panton. Another look at this again. Kind of fell awkward on that left ankle. This will be a better look at it. Bustos again will stand over this. He's provided good service on corners tonight. Bustos lifts it in. Foster in traffic! And this eventually bounces out of play. We'll be out for a goal kick. Foster was coming through a bunch of players there at the top of the 6-yard box. Looks to be like a goal kick was signaled. Again, I guess the training staff was in the area. You can look at Foster once again. Another look at it here. Let's flick to that back post and nearly able to slide in and push that over the line. Foster back to his feet. Will be a goal kick here to restart play as Foster has to shake off whatever just happened there. Touched out of play, another throw in for Pacific. Been much going forward in this half for Waterhouse. The one opportunity denied by Irving. He's played a pretty strong game in goal. Aparicio. Diaz and now Dada Luke. Didic under pressure. Jaguar go all the way back to Irving. This distribution right down the middle, and it's turned over. Bradford plays it infield, now gets it back. Dada Luke right on his back. Now it's Binns, and his cross floating out of play. Another strong defensive sequence here for Pacific. Right out to the right side. Thomas, cross coming in. Irving got a hand to it. Needs a little bit more clearance now. Up over the top, Bradford. It's touched out of play. You could hear on the mic that Irving said he lost it in the light. He did get just enough on that to force Bradford having to make a pretty special play, as Gray was the intended target. Luckily, Bradford kind of lost his footing here at the end. You can see his left foot slip out from underneath him. And now space again for Waterhouse to exploit. Bradford calling for it. Bradford's in space. He cuts it back, and it's cleared away. Jaguar. The buildup has been really strong tonight from Waterhouse. That final touch has not quite been there. Howell. It's cleared away. And now Aparicio. But Howell closing quickly. Covers so much ground in that midfield. Simpson. Now Edwards. Time and space to get the cross away. It's headed clear. Now all of a sudden it's Pacific that's pinned into their own half, having to do quite a bit of defending. Howell. Look at all that space on the near side for Damian Binns. Cuts it across. Didic again is there defensively. Howell. And that will be a goal kick. And will be the game's first substitution. Gennaro Daniels will be coming on. 20-year-old from the Netherlands, replacing Marco Bustos. Daniels, who grew up in the PSV and Utrecht academies in the Netherlands. Also spent time on loan with Sassuolo. His first touch on the field. It's a shot and a save by Foster. Nearly right onto the field and right onto the score sheet. The Rabona pass in the midfield is just off the mark. Daniels trying to make his presence felt right away. Aparicio through the middle. Foster off his line. Dixon able to keep it. And moves it out wide for Hurd. Cross comes in. Tried to let it run through as Daniels. The chances continue to come now for Pacific. Long shot is taken in by Foster. Another look at this opportunity. Diaz nearly slipping in Daniels. He was there just to keep that out. Daniels. Jordan's pass off the mark. Dos Santos, a sliding challenge will end that run.
Stay with them. Full size. Come up front right. Jay, turn it face.
Looks like something in the eye there of the captain, Jamar Dixon. Referee says, let's continue on here. And this will be a foul, setting up a free kick for Waterhouse. It looks like 2 subs coming. 24-year-old Zan Hilton will be coming on alongside Andre Leslie. Javon James, Shaquille Bradford will be replaced. Andre Leslie has been with the club since 2014. Will make his second CONCACAF League appearance. Remember, he scored the hat trick in that CONCACAF League playoff to take down Bayamon. Here's the free kick. Lifted in, Irving, able to hold on to it. That was the first 2 subs of the night for Waterhouse. That first substitution window. Didic. Plays it long over the top once again. Comes centrally, and this tipped over the bar by Foster. He was taking no chances, but I believe that curled out of play on the cross. Be out for a goal kick. Dos Santos just doing all he could to put that ball in the middle. Here's Gray, played ahead for Leslie, and Irving comes off his line. Takes it in for Pacific. No hesitation there from Irving, who's played a really strong game in goal tonight. Looking for the run at Daniels, will run out of play. Shots currently 11-8 in favor of Pacific tonight. Plenty of shots on target as well. 7 for Pacific and 5 for Waterhouse. Goalkeepers have been worked. They've all been up to the challenge tonight. Should be an interesting second leg. Should things stay as they are next week. Starlight Stadium, Langford, British Columbia. Waterhouse, though, don't have a game in between these 2 legs. As for Pacific, though, they will have to go to Valor FC on Saturday. Quite a few games coming as well for Pacific in the coming days and weeks. Way to the outside. Daniels couldn't track it down. We're in the final quarter of an hour. There'll be an opening goal in this opening game of CONCACAF League here in 2022. Here's Daniels. And the hold play up. He was fouled. Trying to go quickly, never got his hand down on the ball to stop it from rolling. Have to bring this back. Sounds like Pacific readying to make a couple of more substitutions as well in the coming moments. Here's Hurd. Gets the cross away, and the shot. It's a good one. It was on target again from Diaz, but not able to beat Foster again. There's Dixon. Dixon takes the volley on. It's a deflected shot towards Foster. Daniels, no doubt, is about more of a physical presence into that front line as Irving holds on to this. Came onto the field for Marco Bustos, who was much more of a creative presence. Aparicio. Cross driven through, but blocked down, and then he commits a foul. Seems like Elvis Wilson has been on the end of quite a few heavy challenges tonight. That one notwithstanding, and it will be a yellow card as well for Manuel Aparicio. Don't want to start racking up yellow cards in this competition. Does look like some Pacific subs getting set to come on here with 10 minutes to go. Gray trying to get this out wide and does. Flag is up for offside on Zan Hilton. Job to hold that line by Pacific. Aparicio got his foot in there to win it back. Diaz. Quick ball out to the left. It's Gianni Dos Santos. Tries to cut it in field. Dos Santos turns it back. The cross comes in. Hurd. And the shot runs out of play. Just kind of threw his right foot at it. Again, Dos Santos making things happen on the far side. And now there will be two subs coming on. The first one will be Matthew Baldissimo. The captain's armband will go to the goalkeeper as Jamar Dixon comes off. Second and third subs here in the second substitution window. The other player coming on will be Sean Young, replacing Alejandro Diaz. Young, the 21-year-old, his third season with Pacific, local player from Victoria. Matthew Baldissimo from nearby Vancouver. Sean Young, though, last playing with Victoria Highlanders. He's played soccer in British Columbia, Vancouver Island to be more specific, for pretty much his entire life, and now gets to do it on the Concacaf stage. As for Baldissimo, came up in the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy, his fourth season with the club. Trying to cut it in field. It's a free kick. Hilton going down. It'll be a set piece for Waterhouse. And in these late stages, not exactly what you want to concede in these sorts of areas. One bad bounce of the ball and it can all be undone here. Damian Binns ready to send this in. Binns, the header comes on and straight out of play. Thought he was pushed, referee wasn't having it. Keithy Simpson got his head on that cross. Here's Hurd, good touch in a tight space. Hurd, headed clear, trying to put it back in the middle, nothing doing again. Young is deemed to have committed the foul. Ball lofted forward. Jaguar. Waterhouse trying to play keep away, it seems, at this point. Lofting balls forward, just trying to hold play up. Pacific trying to disrupt that. They feel like they can score a goal in this game. They won't do it in that facet, though. Daniels, another foul. Going right to the back there of Keithy Simpson. Dancing on the ball is Howell, still able to keep it. Now it's Hurd. And Pacific can look upfield. Sean Young. Dos Santos. It's taken away. A chance now for Waterhouse to break. It's 3-on-3 as they come into the attack. Leslie just left it behind him. And loses out. Johnny Dos Santos. Back heel for Aparicio. And now it's Young. Time on the ball here for Pacific as they look to find a goal that could prove to be the difference in this opening leg. Second leg of this preliminary round next week, Vancouver Island. Nothing to do there for Daniels. Gray battling with Didic. Didic is deemed to have committed a foul. And Gray is down. And Gray has remained down here. Nine shots on target in this game for Pacific. 2 from Alejandro Diaz, 2 from Gianni Dos Santos. Yet they have not been able to break through yet. Still time left to go, but time is no doubt running thin. Waterhouse also a chance to potentially steal their first ever win in this competition. 2 losses, 3 draws in total, but they have advanced through the quarterfinals. That was in 2019. They beat Herediano in penalty kicks. As now we're into the 90th minute. Should still get a few minutes for stoppage time. There have been a few stoppages in this second half, including this one.
Keep on line. Mano, he won't come back. He won't come back.
It's Damian Binns again.
Hey,
Not the service they were looking for. Dada Luke. Aparicio will throw this back in quickly. Now they'll take their time. Dada Luke comes forward. Trying to make the most of these last few seconds. It'll be 3 minutes added on at the end of the 90. Didic, Dada Luke, touchdown of play. I think Waterhouse content at this point. You can see Marcel Gale saying to slow things down, but maybe they can make the most of these last few seconds. Dada Luke put in a pretty heavy challenge there on Zan Hilton. Nothing called. Now it's Dos Santos. Is there something at the end for Pacific? Their inaugural match here in CONCACAF League. This cross towards the end line, and it's out of play. It's a corner kick coming for Pacific. Dos Santos preparing to send this in. Big moment here at the end. Dos Santos, the in-swinger. It goes past the line, but Didic has committed the foul on the goalkeeper. Foster was able to hold on to it. Put it right where it needed to be. Foster was fouled. Here it is again. Yeah, Foster did just hold on to that before Didic got to it. This will be a good angle at it from behind. Foster, again, feeling the effects of that challenge. Another look at it here. Hard fall after the collision. The substitution here, Devoy Gray will be coming off. And there is Romain Blake, who played under Marcel Gale at the Concacaf Under-20 Championship with the Jamaica U20s. Jamaica left a lot to be desired in that competition. And hoping to get something out of this one. As well past the minimum of 3 now. Might get a few more ticks here because of the injury. Foster sends this downfield. And all up to the referee now at this point, see how much we play. Lofted forward. Blake coming forward again. That go off of last. And it looks like a goal kick here. 17-year-old, the baby face there of Romain Blake. All eyes on the referee now. Takes a look at his watch as Irving sends this downfield. There is the final whistle. We finish how we started this first leg. Finishes 0-0, and this preliminary round tie will be decided next week in the second leg in Langford, British Columbia, Starlight Stadium, where these teams will reconvene for leg number 2. Plenty of good opportunities both ways. Both goalkeepers worked and had to make some big saves, but in the end, nothing to split these two sides. After the first leg of this preliminary round, it finishes Waterhouse 0, Pacific 0.